Every 18 hours, a door opens up. That's where we go in.
What happens now?
They arrive.
They need to see me.
Dr. Banks?
Are you insane?
Now that's a proper introduction.
What if the first message we received from another world wasn't words at all, but something that completely rewired the way we think about time, language, and even life itself? Arrival, 2016, takes that very idea and turns it into a breathtaking, deeply emotional journey that goes far beyond the usual alien encounter story. It's not about spaceships firing weapons or humanity uniting against a threat. Instead, it's about how we listen, how we communicate, and ultimately, how we choose to live our lives once we understand their true shape. The film begins with a quiet, almost melancholy tone. We're introduced to Dr. Louise Banks, a linguist played with incredible subtlety by Amy Adams. She's a woman marked by personal grief, someone whose life feels weighed down by memories we don't yet fully understand. Suddenly, her world and the entire planet changes overnight when 12 massive alien crafts appear at different locations across the globe. These towering, shell-like ships float silently just above the ground, waiting. Waiting for what? That's the mystery. Humanity reacts in ways you might expect. Governments rush to assess the threat, militaries mobilize, and news outlets stoke fear. But Louise is chosen to join the American team tasked with making first contact, not through weapons or power, but through language. This is where Arrival sets itself apart. Instead of asking, how do we defeat them? The movie asks, how do we understand them? Louise, alongside physicist Ian Donnelly, played by Jeremy Renner, enters the alien ship. Inside, they encounter beings that resemble giant heptapods, seven-limbed creatures that move with a kind of elegance. But it's their language that truly astonishes. Instead of spoken words, they communicate using circular symbols, inky patterns that expand and shift with complexity. Now, here's where the movie becomes a puzzle for both the characters and us as viewers. Louise begins to decipher these symbols, discovering that the alien language doesn't just represent words. It conveys meaning in a nonlinear way. Every sentence is a circle, suggesting a thought that has no beginning or end. Think about that for a moment. What if, instead of perceiving time as a straight line, past, present, future, we saw it as a complete whole, all moments existing at once? As Louise gets deeper into the language, something extraordinary happens. She begins to experience vivid visions, memories, or maybe glimpses of things yet to come. At first, it's confusing. Are these flashbacks, or are they something else entirely? The brilliance of Arrival is that it lets the audience piece it together gradually, pulling us into the same headspace as Louise. We start to question the very way we think about time. Here's where I'll stop and ask you, if you knew your future, every joy and every heartbreak, would you still choose to live it? This is the central question hidden within the film's science fiction framework. The aliens, it turns out, aren't here to conquer or destroy. They're here with a gift, their language, a tool that, once learned, changes the way humans perceive time itself. It's not just communication, it's a new lens for existence. As the world outside the ships grows tense, different nations misinterpreting the aliens' intentions, military forces edging toward conflict, Louise's understanding becomes humanity's only hope. She realizes that communication isn't just about words, but about trust, empathy, and the willingness to see beyond fear. This message feels particularly powerful because it mirrors our own world, where misunderstandings and mistranslations often lead to division. The ending of Arrival is one of the most profound in modern science fiction. Without spoiling too much, it ties Louise's personal story to the larger theme in a way that's both heartbreaking and uplifting. The nonlinear perception of time reshapes her choices and forces us, the audience, to reflect on what it truly means to embrace our lives fully. Do we avoid pain if we can foresee it, or do we accept it as part of what makes life beautiful? What makes Arrival unforgettable isn't just its plot twist or intellectual puzzle. It's the way it blends emotional depth with scientific wonder. It reminds us that language is more than a tool. It's a bridge between worlds, between minds, and even between past and future. It's a film that stays with you long after the credits roll, urging you to rethink how you see your own life and relationships. So whether you're watching it for the first time, puzzled by the strange circles of Alien Inc., or revisiting it to catch details you missed before, Arrival rewards you with layers upon layers of meaning. It's a science fiction story that dares to be quiet, thoughtful, and human at its core. And maybe, just maybe, it leaves us with a message that goes beyond the screen. In a world filled with noise and misunderstanding, the greatest act we can choose is to listen. I hope you enjoyed this quick cinematic dive. Want to witness more of the silver screen brilliance? Then make sure to check back at Watch That Film.